So hello guys, and welcome to a Werewolfs perspective on the leaked patch notes of the Scalebreaker DLC game track. They are going to introduce two new 4-player dungeons, which is Moongrave Fane and Lair of Marselok, and you'll get new sets and collectibles. And there's going to be some pretty major changes for the Werewolf, so keep your eyes open. So, let's see. Actually, there's a lot of changes in that patch. Holy crap. I was actually quite surprised as I read it. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, apparently there's like, in the one dungeon there's some dragon which the vampires somehow want to circumvent to use the powers. Ew, vampires. Oh well. Should be interesting. Let's see the sets which are in there. Let's see, when you critically hit the target. Magic. Okay, this is a Magic Sustain set, Minor Vitality. To you and your allies. I think the Templar. Maybe this is like a good set for like non-Templar healers. So, let's see, the medium percent. So every bleed effect you have. Oh. This could sound interesting because they also changed that bleeds no longer get affected by the physical penetration. So that's like quite a bit of a damage nerf, to be honest. That's like, oh well, we will manage. Let's see. Sounds like an interesting set, to be honest. I could imagine we using this in a werewolf somehow. Let's see, the heavy set is whenever you deal the damage resolve for 10 seconds. Let me get my calculator. Okay, this in total, that's like 3k resistances in total. And 8% increasing. Okay, that's basically like doubling the heavy armor passes. Okay, Grundwolf. When you deal critical damage, so this is probably better on light or mediums armor builds. Oh yeah, this could also be pretty nice on the Werewolf. Imagine this with like medium fortified, get the crit rating and get the super magic sustain. If you could probably just use like what I'm using, Desert Rose. See, Marsok, light attacks. Okay, this is like some kind of damage buff. Hang on. Okay, 10%. Okay, not too bad. When you deal damage with the damage, okay, dot. Yeah, the thing is just... Yeah, if you have... Let's say you have 4 dots with double dot poisons. 20 seconds, that's like every 4 seconds, 10k disease damage. And PvP, that's like 3k damage. Honestly, it's not worth it. We will see. Maybe it's like undodgeable, something where it could be handy, but otherwise, I wouldn't really say that this set is worth it. The heavy armor set, let's see. Minor fracture and breach. Huh. This actually does sound pretty sexy. Let's see, that's like 2% damage. Constant uptime. Now stamina health. Not too bad actually. When you bash an enemy. Oh Jesus, imagine this in like a necrobash build. Oh fuck my life, this is gonna be AIDS. Let's see. Oh wow, you can actually bid on multiple gold traders. That should make a few people happy. Oh, okay, that is... They no longer take up inventory space. Thank you. I have like 50, 60 of them on characters, like AIDS. Sucks the blood of your inventory spot. Okay, set changes. Phoenix. When you drop below 20%. That's like 5k PvP, but essentially it's like shit. Okay, basically they made it crap. This is a light armor set, and it's when your stamina is below. So basically, let's say basically they stay the same essentially. I don't really use this set. 50% chance. Okay, they halve the damage, but double the proc chance. Okay, well, it'll mean that the overwhelming DKs are less bursted. That's also pretty nice. 20 max. Yeah, no one uses that anyway. I prefer the old one, to be honest. Critical damage is nice, but it doesn't really affect your healing. Time's Kiss. They change all these annoying sets. Immortal Warriors. Okay, basically the damage was cut down by 30%-ish. But the duration is longer, so it's every time you have to use like an armor buff. 10 seconds, that's like every hurricane, so this will be 7th Legion will still be nice for stamp swords, since our armor buff only lasts 10 seconds. Yeah, we're gonna place the other clause anyway. Let's see, Vault Inheritance. Yep, essentially this hit got nerfed. Ravager. So let's see, that only works if you're using like minor or major fracture. There's actually not a lot of abilities. That means to proc Ravager, to use Ravager effectively, you have to use like puncture or something. And since the damage of that was nerfed, yep, Ravager not good at that good anymore. Which honestly, I'm not complaining. There's still good sets out there. Let's see, new titles. Questing. Let's see, Blast Bones. I think that's those are like the kamikaze skeletons. Yeah, okay, they made it reliable. Joy. Boneyard, I think that's like that ground. Sorry, that's like that ground the ground AoE damage over time thingamajig where you see like gravestones. Well, the damage not that bad. I don't know why they're nerfing it. Let's see, Pestilent Colossus wasn't. Yeah, I think that's like the thing where they slam on the ground. Damage slightly nerfed, but not enough. 5% is a fucking joke. Skeletal Mage. I don't really see that many people using it, to be honest. Bone Tyrant. Bungaleth. Oh Jesus. So they didn't nerf the damage from like the necro, the flesh out enough. Oh joy. Because that ulti is slightly overperforming at the moment. I mean, come on, major vulnerability, 30% less damage. You can essentially take your armor off and have the same effect. Improve the dragon digestions. Funny. Let's see, cross dungeon, Jode's core. Yeah, those animals has a very funny sense of humor. The bounds of mortality of sheep and pigs in our term. Call to clash. Ooh. Okay, this will make it easier to land because since the roar I use on Wolf, the procs off balance, it should be easier to burst them in that time frame. This is a direct nerf to the Berserker Wolf, so essentially dots are getting nerfed again on Werewolfs. Thank God I don't really build for it, so I don't really mind. Area of effect dots will be weaker than single dots to combat. Okay, that makes sense. That's fair. Okay. That means you can't no longer can. Also, you can no longer animate block cancel dawnies. Make them like vanish. Oh well. Nothing really big, just like math stuff. Oh. Oh, hang on. Oh my god. Do you guys know what this means? It uses my highest critical stat, which means it uses my weapon crit. That means Hirschin's bounty will crit a lot more often. That means the heal is actually a fat buff for medium armor werewolves. Holy cow. That also means that I can take about the third, well, I can definitely take out the 32 points on the bless because I was only really putting it to get my spell critical up, but man, if it scales off my weapon crit, Jesus! That's fucking awesome. Where were we? Oh my god. That is fucking awesome. That is pretty sick, guys. Hirschin's bounty in future will scale off your weapon crit. That means medium armor on a werewolf will actually make your heals a lot better, and putting points under critical damage and critical healing under the thingy tree. Let me see what it's called. That's under the ritual tree. If you put like points, fat points under precise strikes, your healing will be actually pretty darn good. Hirschin's body. I mean, I know they increased the cost by a lot, but well, I'm using Desert Rose, so I should be fine. So essentially, I'm getting it's more expensive, but it costs. But in future, Hirschin's body, but the heals are going to be a lot better if you're in medium armor, that is, and if you're in heavy armor, it's like going to be like. Anyway, oblivion damage, not skills, is based on. Okay, basically, the more health you have, the higher oblivion damage will hit you. Only fair. That should counter like this high health meta and resistance meta that we have at the moment. They should have never nerfed loads if they want to. The changes to the max health, but yeah, but they should have kept the how it procs. I don't know, maybe I'll play like a Warden X pattern as well. I've never done that, and Warden seems pretty fun. I should give it a go. Because the extra health of the Warden should mitigate the healing loss that we get of Hirschin's bounty. Let's see. Fiery Breath, increase the cost, decrease the damage. Yeah, I don't get these any max. First they nerf, first they buff every ability from the DK, and now they're nerfing every ability. Whoa. DK's got fucked, y'all. Let's see, Petrify, Costin. Yes, thank you. Sorry, the amount of times that when you're literally like kiting some group around, and there's also this one retard DK who was trying to spam Petrify on you. Well, scratch Nightblades in group play then. Let's see, Crippling Ross, Dark Magic. Okay, Crucial Frags damage got buffed. The Sorg Shields got their shield reduced by 18%. That's actually nice. Should make an easy to kill because at the moment it's stupid. Let's see, Familiar. Okay, the pets definitely got nerfed. Spear Shards decrease the cost. Should make healers happy. Eclipse. Eclipse no snares now? Oh, come on. Well, that'll persuade you to CC break the Eclipse. Generally, it decreased the healing of almost every ability and the damage of every ability. Okay, Warden. Damage nerf, of course, because what else? Swarm, increase the cost, makes sense because that ability hits pretty hard. Winter's Embrace, Arctic Wind, nobody uses that anyway. The 2H ult should be pretty sweet in the future. Say critical charge, got the bonus, damage bonus. Okay, execution got buffed. They buffed like almost all the weapon abilities. Except spin, that is. Momentum no longer heals over time. Okay. Well, that should be interesting. Well, I mean, on my ward, I'll be using the mushrooms anyway, so I don't really care about this one. Because the mushrooms of the stand-in have like this 500 multiplier, while the rally will be less. Uppercut is going to be better next patch. Increase the cost. Oh, shit. I actually like that ability. It's pretty funny. We're affecting like vampire Spain back on people. Defensive stance. Oh, come on. That was the best part, the stun. Someone trying to like gank you from self-level and they're like, nope. Send them right back. Return to sender. Fuck you. Okay. Absorb magic. It's going to be like some kind of damage shield for stam classes. Heroic Slash got its minor heroism extended. Power Bash is it's essentially the same. The damage I think got a bit changed, but yeah, made it stuff like they made stuff less bursty. I think. Blade Cloak. Okay, Quick Cloak got actually quite pretty nice in the buff there. Deadly Cloak. Hidden Blade got nerfed. Let's see. Twin Blade and Blunt got nerfed. Poison Arrow. Increase the cost. Makes sense. They should have changed the Venom Arrow Interruption because that's a morph which you can't really use that well in PvP. Rapid Fire. Increase the channel damage. Wait, increase the channel damage? Oh, Jesus. Okay, this is going to be AIDS in future. Okay, apparently there was a bug that was getting a double dipping. Weird. Scattershot. Increase the cost. Thank you. Reduced range. Hallelujah. That ability is seriously irritating. Heal decrease, that's good. Oh, come on. Really, people? No. I like Snipe the way it is. There's still people sniping the shit out of me with it. In PvP, especially when you get like health desynced, it's like getting fucking machine gunned. Where when you get hit by the snipe. Let's see, volley every second. Oh, okay. Stam builds in PvE should bitch about this. But the cost is less. Just a aggressive clutch. This ability is seriously irritating PvP. Let's leave it master. It still should be pretty cheap. Okay, it's now more dodge damage but less instant damage. Okay, only fair. No additional bonuses. That means it no longer CCs. Oh, hang on. Destructive reach. The range is reduced, so there's no more destructive reach spam from ages away. So it's either you have a long range or you get the CC. Makes sense. That's actually a good change, because it's just irritating after a while when you have like two mages just spamming it and it's like you're getting tossed around. Wall of Element, don't really care. I don't play stamina. Blessing of Protection. Shuffle. This is pretty nice. They changed shuffle so that when you get hit by an area of effect attack while this ability is active, you get major expedition for 2 seconds. That's actually pretty sexy. That makes shuffle really good to use. Because I mean, AoE, that's pretty much everything. Imagine you get hit by like a Dawnbreaker, guess what? You get more speed for every tick. I think, if it works that way. Or if you have like someone putting a curse on you, guess what? For the entire duration of the curse, you'll be faster. That's going to be pretty nice in PvP. Shuffles, they just really make shuffle really good, and they doubled the snare and immobilization immunity. That means it's like going to be for 5 seconds for immunity. This will make medium armor a lot nicer, at least in human form, for PvP. Immovable here, no one uses that anyway. Soul Strike, okay, it's double the duration, increase the damage of it. Okay, it's going to be less bursty. That's okay. It's an XP1 ability anyway. Oh. Or for ganking, admittedly. When you use like high damage sets in a solo someone from stealth, if he's like, especially if he's like in a 1v1 already and like a 1v2, there's literally nothing you can do about it. No matter, I don't care who he is. Mist form. Couldn't be built. That mitigation is stupid. I can't believe that mist form hasn't been changed yet. It's just a stupid ability, but someone can literally say like, nope. Sit in front of you, take 80% less damage. Just trolling you. Oh boy. Yeah, Werewolf. As I said, this they had to increase the cost because it crits the critting skills of your stamina, right? You can use the magic, but it's the critting skills of your weapon crit. This will make my setup actually even better. So yeah, they had to increase the cost. That means this little thing will cost a bomb. 4.4. It already costs, with my setup, it costs 4.5k magicka. So if you increase that by 25%, that's going to be something around... Whoa, holy fuck. This thing's gonna cut this, Hisian's Fortitude is gonna cost 5.6k magicka. This is way too much, guys. I hope they change this. This is way too much. I like the part with the crit heals, but 25% is a bit overkill. I'd say 10%, okay, fine. 10%, I can live with that. 15, okay, but 25%, that's way too much. 5.6k magicka for the only heal. That this will force Werewolves to run a magicka sustain set, pretty much. I can't imagine anyone sustaining the Werewolf heals without it. I mean, I'm using Desert Rose, so I should be fine. But if anyone is not using this, good luck. You'll need it. The heals will be better though. Definitely will be better. They will be a lot more potent. That's why they had to increase the cost. But 25% seems like a bit much. Honestly, I would find it actually better if they would like decrease the cost by like 20%, but halve the healing. That you have to use it more often. That would, yeah, make a bit more sense. See, 16% reduction in healing to Brentford. Because at the moment I'm having like 10.8k crits in PvP. That's that times 0.64, I think. 64. Yeah, it's like a 1k reduction. But since it'll crit more often and my crit multiplier is pretty high, it'll be like 1.72, I think is my crit multiplier. Yeah, I'll have like 15.6k crits. And since my crit ratio is like 45%-ish, 40% with them. New setup, so I should be fine. Infectious claws increase the cost. Ugh. Oh. Basically, they're buffing the damage, but also buffing the cost, except the heal. Yeah, they nerf piercing hell, bastards. But it does more damage against fear target. I think the basic damage against fear target should be about the same, honestly. Pounce. Brutal. Nobody uses that morph. At least they shouldn't. Cost for roar was increased. Bummer. Radius of was, I guess because it affects so many targets, they had to decrease the radius. But they increased the duration, so that's pretty nice. The cost reduction should be nice. So the costs of the ferocious roar with the morphish I use should be less, but the radius will be less. So basically, it's going to be a bit different, but I think we can live with it. Let's see, reduce the damage. Okay, that actually is pretty not very nice, because I do like heavy attacks. I mean, it's a part of my burst combo. But they increase the range, that means it'll land more often, which I think would, like, basically, if you consider all those things, I think the damage of the light attacks will be the same, because yeah, the damage procs has lower pop-ups, but he hits more of them, because the range is increased to 7 meters. Pack leader morph no longer bleeds enemies. Okay. Direwolves can no longer be targeted or die. Okay. Yep, this means that, because this is something which was, at least on console, with the White Werewolf morph, you could really fuck up people's targeting. So naturally I did it. And that's why it was so good, essentially, because the damage of the pets wasn't too bad either, but it was like, essentially the same of what the other morph was. Reduce the damage. Okay, the Werewolf pets got nerfed. Oof. That means Black Werewolf will be best in slot next patch. I should start getting used to it. So basically the White Werewolf morph for damage, it'll be like the tank morph, but it won't be the morph you'll take for like if you're like a DD. This will be like a tank morph. Oh, hang on. Because my damage is already, my total is already at like 22k total. If you bought that pattern, the bleed of the Werewolf Berserker is going to be insane bleeds. Well, I guess I had to increase it because we lose damage because bleeds no longer go through resistances. So I guess this will like mitigate that a bit. The damage will be the same for the Black Werewolf morph. Because they did it that the bleeds no longer ignore resistances, but they buff the bleed damage of the Werewolf Berserker, so we won't notice any difference. That's the Black Werewolf next patch, definitely. You know, can no longer block cancel Dawnbreaker. Assholes. That's something I like doing. Why do you do that? Was ist diese? Let's see. Flawless Dawnbreaker got an error. Let's see. Evil Hunter got a change. Come on, Hunter got a nerf. Minor Berserk from dealing. What? Okay, I guess you can get Berserk. Okay. Whatever. Trap Beast. Increase the duration to 10 seconds. Okay. Reduce the damage to 6%. They're reducing a lot of damage values. I don't know what it is. Increase the cost of entropy. They got rid of lots of the healing over time abilities like entropy, rally, forward momentum. They no longer heal over time. I guess they want to make it a bit more skill based, that you have to recognize that when you drop low, oh shit, I gotta heal. Don't just rely on your hearts to keep you full. Damage increased by 200%. Oh Jesus Christ. Okay, this is going to be a pretty powerful dot. Okay, and the one morph gives you the heal, the other one has a chance to heal you. And it returns 100 magicka. Meteor. Blood altar. That crit change is pretty nice actually. I do actually like that. Let's see, the bone shield also was changed. Well, the thing is, I probably would use bone shield, but the cost is just too much, and the shield is like minuscule. It's like 15% of your max health. And sorry, but that's not worth it in PvP, because that's like 50%. That's like a 3.5k shield. That's not even a light attack will take that away. Someone will sneeze at you and it's like, oh, sorry. I'm sorry, your 4k stamp shield is gone. Okay, they reduced the cost of like the taunts by a bit. So they're going to try and make the life easier for tanks. In PvE, at least. The sustain, at least. Necrotic Orb also got its cost reduced. It only ticks. They reduced the damage per tick by 13%, but they made that it ticks twice as hard. So essentially, the damage of Necrotic Orb got increased. Sly way of covering that part up. Cow chops reduce the base cost. Major fracture. Wow, only for 4 seconds. Not so good after all. Cow chops. 60% damage reduction. Damn. Rapid maneuvers, cost reduction. Okay, that should be nice. Vigor. Resolving Vigor only heals the caster. Okay, that means I have to switch to the other morph. The heal got increased by 85%. But the duration also got doubled, which means that the heal per second, the overall heal will be like the same, I think. But it'll only take every 2 seconds. Okay, the resolving vigor morph will stay the same, except that you don't heal allies, and the echoing vigor will heal allies, but it ticks only every 2 seconds. Honestly, I'll have to see this, and as soon as they update the build editor. But well, I mean, I'm not too worried. I mean, you got other heals as well. Emperor. Okay, I think now I get it. The cost is less. The ticks will be stronger, 85% stronger. Which I mean, by my Vigor crits for like 2.3k or so in medium armor. So that plus 85%. Let's pull my calculator. 2.3k ish. 2.3k ish. That point 1.85. Oh. So the Vigors will, like, for example, my Vigor will tick for 4k, but it'll only tick half as often. It'll be, I guess it's easier to, like, keep constant Vigor uptime then, that way. It's all something you'll do to keep it up constantly. And it heals all allies in the 50 meter radius, that's also pretty nice. I think I might switch to Echoing Vigor earlier just to get used to it. Purge. Purge got a buff, that's good for group play. Revealing Flare. Siege Shield affects more battles. Cost reduction. Okay. Bloody Mara. Ebon Armory is slight nerf. Hamdish Dash Retribution. Hamdish short got a nice buff, 5 seconds. Ice Furnace. Merciless Charge. Quick Serpent. Oblivion damage. Oh, Death will not like this part. Torx Pact, it'll no longer buff Oblivion damage enchantments. Because the Oblivion damage scales off the max health, so they had to take that mechanic out, I guess. Because if that plus Torx Pact, I think Torx Pact like 30%. So it would have been too strong, way too strong. Valendreth can no longer hit the same monster multiple times. Warrior's Fury, oh shit. Yep, Warrior's Fury definitely got a buff. The weapon damage is less. Because I think now, before we procced it was like 750 weapon damage, and also need 600 on which is the same like Ravager or something. And it's easier to proc. It'll be easier getting your Warrior Fury fully procced. It'll be nice as a secondary setup. I actually might think about getting the Warrior's Fury for like the normal PvE group play, not as a werewolf. Getting like the jewelry and the weapon instead of what I'm using. I think I'm using Bone Part at the moment for group play, so if I put on Warrior's Fury, I should have like. On the other hand, I like having my stand pool nice and big, so nah. But it's not actually, that's good. That's a buff for Warrior's Fury, because that was one of the downsides. Like, it only proccing off crit damage sucked. At least if you're like in a 1v1. Volendrung damage got nerfed by 20%. Woohoo! It's still overpowered as fuck. So yeah. This is actually be funny. Tomorrow no longer care. Yeah, it makes sense. They usually don't give a fuck what mortals are doing. Vandari. Okay, so the overall changes are pretty nice. The white whales no longer being targetable is a bit of a bummer, but you know, we can work around that. It won't be a problem. And by the way, if you have any opinions about this patch, feel free to share your opinion on the upcoming patch in the comments. And don't forget to press that thumbs up button and maybe hit the subscribe button if you like this content. I usually upload werewolf-oriented content, so stay tuned for further things. And yeah, I guess that's it for today. Peace out.